is bustling. Fishermen heading down to the shore, shopkeepers opening their doors, the men heading to work while the women rush to trade goods. Runa and I are neck and neck as we race toward the large tree that marks the center of the village square. We both tag it at the same time. "I think we have to call that a tie," Runa says when she catches her breath. "Fine," I say, panting hard. "So where do you want to go first?" "Not the fishmonger," she says, wrinkling her nose. "Then we'd have to smell the fish all morning." "Good point. Let's try the bakery." Before we continue down the path, she brushes off the hem of her skirt as if there's some dirt on it, though I don't really see anything. Even after running all this way, Runa still manages to be neat. We do look alike in some ways. We both have light brown skin and dark brown eyes, like everyone else in the village, and we also share raven black hair. But where mine is an unruly mop of curls, Runa's is always in orderly braids without a single strand out of place. She never gets mud on her hems, and only gets dirt on herself when she's riding her horse or mucking out the stable. I, on the other hand, am always dirty and don't have a horse or a stable. But despite our differences, we've been friends since before we could walk, and she knows me better than anyone, except maybe Papa. When I get distracted halfway to the bakery by a sprig of moss growing outside the blacksmith shop, anyone else would think it was weird, but Runa just laughs. "From staring at clouds to staring at the ground," she says. "This is lickening moss," I say, ignoring her teasing. "It can be used in healing tonics to treat fever." Runa's eyes light up. "Really?" she says, stepping closer. I grin. She might tease me about my fascination with plants and magical creatures, but she's just as passionate about her healing gift as I am my nature gift. "How does it work?" "No idea," I say. "But Papa says it's rare in the summer. I should help it grow a little, and we can tell Elder Ingvar to come collect some for his tonics." Runa steps away from the moss, and I reach for my magic. The plant's life force is soft but strong, and I seek it out with my gift. I give it a gentle nudge with my magic, feeding the spark of its life force, and feel it grow, the energy softly swirling. The moss spreads, climbing higher up the wall. "Come on," Runa says when I'm done. "Let's find Elder Ingvar." We cross the village square and head toward the squat hut that houses all of Elder Ingvar's medicines and tonics, right next door to the doctor's. Inside, the hut is packed with tight rows of shelves, all covered in bottles and jars filled with healing ointments and salves and powders. The little shop feels too claustrophobic to me, but Runa loves to wander along the shelves and read all the little labels on the jars. Elder Ingvar is talking with a customer at the back of the shop, and we wait patiently for them to finish. I recognize the customer as Olga, the elderly lady who lives near the docks.
"I can't believe they would let them come back,"
Elder Olga is saying. Her voice sounds strained, like she's worried about something, and Elder Ingvar frowns.
"But surely the Seekers wouldn't agree unless it was safe. I think they're still arguing about it. Disgraceful. You'd think the council could agree among themselves."
Even though Mama says it's rude to eavesdrop, I can't help perking up. The 5 people from the village who are chosen as Seekers also serve as the village council, making many of the decisions about the way things run and settling disputes. Not that there are many decisions or disputes in such a small village. In recent memory, their biggest decision was whether Elder Frida's potatoes were encroaching on the neighbor's rutabagas. Still, I can't help but be fascinated every time someone mentions the Seekers. If I'm going to be one someday, I want to know everything.
"Never should have resumed communication with them in the first place, in my opinion,"
Elder Olga is saying. She starts to add something else, but Elder Ingvar, who has just noticed Runa and me, clears his throat, and Elder Olga turns around to see us.
"Good morning."